What's up, tribe? Welcome to Paiges of Ascension, or welcome back if you've been kicking it with me for a minute. This is going to be a weekly reading for I have no idea who, because I didn't decide before I press record. So let's try dice, see who's kicking off the readings this week. Okay, so Water Tribe it is with the moon. Okay, well, we are walking into a full moon here this week. Monday, I believe it is. The 17th. Yeah, the 17th. And, so anyways, this is going to be a weekly reading for our Water Tribe friends. Recognize that this reading may or may not resonate with you, but if it does, that's freaking rad. Let me know down below. If you're curious about the decks that I'm using or the timing that this particular reading took place, all that stuff is in the description box. I will continue to watch my language to make sure that my reading is as inclusive as possible for any who may cross it. And then, additionally, I feel like I'm forgetting something here. Oh, yeah. So, well, it's for the week, so there's the timeless. Oh, so I do not call out zodiac signs in these particular readings. So I will be referring to the cohort of the element and not be getting specific. So, holy moly. And I just realized I forgot to cut those before I turned on the camera. So I don't know about y'all, but oh my goodness, if this card does not stop coming up every week. Like, really, you guys? I think it was you last week as well that this particular card came up. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Magician card, okay? So you're in the process of manifesting, Water Tribe. So we've got recognition and reward. You're about to get your just due solar plexus chakra. So yeah, you're actually, in 33. You're about to come into your, you're coming into your power, your personal power, okay? Your ass is looking so shiny right now, it's not even funny, which is wonderful. Like, congratulations. Good freaking job, okay? Next, we've got Moving On, which is a traditional 6 of Swords. And then we've got Patience and Planning, which is the 7 of Pentacles. This card has been coming up a lot. So synchronicity-wise, you guys have got literally 33 and then 7 or 6 and 7. 33, 6, and 7. So then our last card is Intuition. So, okay. What I'm getting from this, again, with the choose wisely. So there really isn't a choice in this situation. So I'm not sure why you're still ruminating on it, okay? You've tried all the other choices. Try something new. Maybe that was the Air Tribe, that was a couple weeks ago, that same energy. But what I am getting is that you're finally being recognized for something that you've done, something that you've contributed, but you're at the point where you've reached your wit's end and you're literally just, you said, screw this shit, and you walked away. So, like, I can actually compare my situation, like my career anyway, with this a little bit. It's like been trying over and over and over to get into my field, quite literally for over a decade. And finally I said, you know what, screw this shit, I'm done. I'm going to take my skills elsewhere. Okay. And I ended up with an entirely new skill that allowed me, it opened a door to a new career pathway. So it's like, you need to use your intuition to choose. How do I state this? Use your intuition to make a different choice. So typically it seems like the choice you would go after was just to sit there and plan. It's like something would come in and sideswipe and you're like, okay, how can I plan around this to still get to point A? something else will come and sideswipe. Well, how can I plan better, to still get to point A? I still need to get to point A. And it's like, dude, you're being super short-sighted here. You're really trying to get all the way to like point Z. You're going the opposite direction and you don't even realize you're going to the opposite direction. And I think that that's why this keeps coming up. And we're going to see if it ends up coming up for the rest of the elements, because y'all are the first. So, but this is very, very telling. The fact that this keeps coming up. It's like you've made the decision to go a certain way every single time a sideswipe has come up. Every single time, like in pursuit of this recognition and reward, it's time to choose something different. Your intuition is telling you that you need to do something different. Okay? So I do see recognition for a job well done coming for you, Water Tribe. And this is something that you're manifesting. So, and of course, right underneath that is victory and success. And I could keep going because the cards look wonderful and gives you another synchronicity of the number 6. So what did I say about 3, 6, and 7? But in any case, you got the Magician here, which lets me know you've manifested all of this. You manifested a different direction. This was all planned. Like, you actively made certain choices that led you to this situation where you could stand in your personal power again. Good freaking job on you for looking out further, for looking ahead, And this is not one of those situations where someone who constantly thinks of what's gonna happen and not stays in the present. I think this is the exact opposite of that. This is someone who was always in the present, panicking about what's going to happen next. What if this happens? What if this plan doesn't work out? What am I going to do then? Like the what if. And I feel like you took a step back out of this energy and actually removed yourself from the situation to try and get a higher perspective on what was going on and how you could bring what you actually wanted into fruition. Okay. So, that said, let's start clarifying some stuff. Yeah, 7, 6, 3. I want to know about this choice because it keeps popping up. And I've got a little something special for you too, since this is the week of solstice, okay? And we are changing into basically a brand new season, much more vibrant energy. I'm actually going to pull a cosmic reading cards for each of the elements, just for a little bit more guidance. It'll be a bit more overarching, for the entire 4 weeks, 4 months. Versus like so the entire quarter versus like the week. But this is the energy that you're moving into. And I know there's planetary stuff going on too, but again, I'm not an astrologer, so there's that. Now, it looks like your choice has to do... Oh, is this shadow integration? Yes, it is! This is totally shadow integration. Okay, so what you're having to choose between is letting your higher self run the show versus continuing to let your ego run the show. And I think that that's where the discerning is. That's what you're primarily moving away from, which is this thought process that lets you know that you have to be triggered in order for anything to happen. Like that, it's like someone who's never saved in their entire life, okay? And then something happened. It's like a panic. What am I going to do? I need money. I've got no savings, and this is someone who's finally moving away from that energy. We'll call it poverty consciousness. Okay. Moving away from that energy of poverty consciousness into, well, I'm not going to assume that something will happen, but I know that different things in life can, and I'm going to be prepared. So you decided to sit and plan versus react. Okay? Because of that, you're getting recognition and reward. This could come in the form of actually no it could actually it could come in the form of physical money, but that's more secondary. What I'm getting is this is recognition and reward from the divine. The divine recognizes the sacrifices that you have made to get to this place where you can stand in your personal power again, and you're going to be rewarded for it. But the choice that you have to make at this point is letting the ego die. Like, this is ego death if I've ever seen it. Moving away from the shadow. Stop letting the shadow rule. Okay, this is why your intuition is so important, because it seems like there's these last few traits that you're trying to decipher whether or not is this my ego talking or is this my higher self talking. Am I more invested in this conversation because it wounds me, because it triggers me, or am I invested in this conversation because it's helping me to grow and learn? So I guess it's all growth and learning, but you understand what I'm saying. So, excuse me. So let's look at what our mystical moment is. Sorry, I did not cut these off camera. Ugh. So we'll just leave that one there. So we're already shuffled. I usually cut them right before the deck because I know it eats up serious time watching me shuffle and cut hella cards. Because somebody can't just use one deck. Haha. Yes, I called myself out on that. Okay. Miss Kuzi. So, your mystical moment in this is the gardener. So, the gardener states non-judgment, acceptance, and self-compassion. So, and this is something that's really, really important too, especially when you're doing shadow work or you're encountering aspects of your ego that you didn't realize are there and that you're really, really not proud of. Okay, you have to remember to be compassionate with yourself and accept yourself. Okay, accept yourself for who you are. Just because you have this aspect of yourself that you don't like doesn't necessarily mean you have to act within that aspect that you don't like. You always have the power to change and choose how you show up. Okay, at the end of the day, that is your choice. Okay, so be compassionate towards yourself. And I do feel like you're going to come to a moment, especially if you allow yourself to go into a meditative space. I mean, we've got the high priestess and we've got the magician. This is like my power business couple. Okay, like the power couple of energies here. All right, if you go into the meditative space, where you're allowed to tap into into your intuition, tap into the ether, and manifest what it is that you want, that you're going to come to a space and actually realize, I've been just way too freaking hard on myself. I'm human, you know? Be compassionate with yourself, just as compassionate as you are with others. That is extremely important, okay? So, what your soul is trying to tell you in this situation is to break free, regain your youth, and fly. So you haven't been going out and having very much fun. This is kind of a all work, no play. Just kind of makes you pissy. Okay? So you need to go out and have some fun, shake it all out, go dancing, I don't know why skiing just came to my mind because it's totally summer. So if you like to ski and there's somewhere that still has a snowpack, go skiing. Okay? Go surfing, go play the guitar, go jam, like go to a concert, whatever it is that you need to break out of this rut, out of this cycle that is basically this energy that's forcing you to just what's the word I'm looking for? It causes you to shake your finger at yourself, like, don't chastise. Thank you. My goodness gracious. Okay. Whatever it takes for you to break free of this energy where you're constantly chastising yourself for wanting to do something different, for wanting to do something new, even though you've been in this patience and planning. Okay. This is where you get your reward, you get your release. So I also akin this to if you've been someone who just work, okay? And you haven't taken a vacation in God knows how long. You're just like, you know what? I need a vacation. I need it now. You know, break free, going vacation, okay? I know for some people that's easier said than done. Sometimes a vacation can just be a mini road trip. If you don't have a car, sometimes it's taking a different bus route just to see where the hell it goes. Okay. I've literally been in all situations. You work with what you're given. Okay. But just remember, you can manifest something completely new. You've got both of these energies working for you. Okay. So, where you're at in your journey is honesty. Okay. So it says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So part of this is just admitting to the fact that you've been letting your shadow run the show. It's admitting to the fact that you have been chastising yourself. You have been hard on yourself. It's admitting to yourself, yeah, I've been working really hard, and you know what? I deserve a fucking break. How about them apples? Okay. It's admitting that to yourself, even if you don't feel confident enough or brave enough to say it to the person that it actually needs to be said to, you can still say it to yourself, and that will go a long way. Okay. I'm going to leave the whole throat chakra, stand in your truth conversation for a whole other ball game. Otherwise, this is like a decent reading. It's just whatever these last things are, because this has been coming up for weeks, you guys. Y'all, sorry, this has been coming up for weeks. So whatever energy, whatever it is that's still like hanging around you that you haven't been wanting to let go, like, let go. This is a great time to do it. We're heading into midsummer. The day this is coming out, it's going to be the full moon in Sagittarius. So this is a great time to release those final things that have just been kind of holding on. Okay. So like I said, I'm going to pull a bonus card for y'all. I am not going to interpret this card. I'm just going to hold it up to the camera and allow you to read it. For those who cannot look at this time and are just listening in their earbuds, I will actually say the card for you. I know, because I do that a lot when I'm listening to stuff on YouTube. So only one card. So the card that came up is integrity. So whatever this means to you. Okay. So that is all I've got for you this week, Water Tribe. Thank you so much for joining me. Grateful for you always. I hope you have a wonderful week. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram and Patreon and all those social media stuff. It's all in the description box. I'm just totally going to stop saying that. So anyways, I love you. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time.